Hello, good morning. Okay, let's start with our session. So yesterday we have seen some programs related to this radio button and drop down list and all. I have given a one task on that. Okay, so today, so the same task in different way. So I will show that how to do that. Let's see. Okay, so simple. The same design I'm using. Hotel registration, room name, room type, deluxe, ordinary, amenities, AC, computer, label. So this label is nothing but our output. Uh, I'm just changing the label name. So I'm just going to properties and here I'm just changing it to what? Output. Okay. So now double click on the button. So so simple. So if the room type is deluxe, the cost will be something. If it is ordinary, the cost will change. If you select AC, the cost will add it to the above selected value. If both get selected, the value will change based upon the user selection. So for that, simple. I'm just going to my double click on button and write the following code. So what is that following code means? So simple. So here so initially rent equal to 0, animatics cost equal to 0, and the total cost is also 0. Okay. So if radio button one dot checked equal to true, then what will happen? We are just changing. So rent equal to 1000. What is this radio button one here? What is this radio button one here? So that is what deluxe. Okay. So just come back to here. So if this condition is true, then fine. So if the condition got failed here, if the condition got failed here, so then we need to execute, we need to check the condition one more time. Okay. So that's the reason we are just writing else if here. So here rent equal to what 1000 and here it is 500. So based upon the selection, the rent value will vary. So if checkbox one dot checked equal to true, so the animatis cost is 300. So what is that checkbox one dot checked? So that is what AAC. So if you need a computer also, that is what that will be 200. So finally the total cost will be what? See either one of the value from here 1000 or 500. Here what will happen? Either 300 or 500. So if user select the second one only, then what will happen? Only 200 will be there. Okay, and finally, the total cost will be sum of what rent and what a cost. So in label 5, so on the label, simply we are just keeping what registered rent per day is. So this total cost, whatever the total cost we have here, simply we can copy paste here. That's it. Now what will happen? It will print the updated output. So got it? Any questions here? Or anyone want me to explain again? Okay. So then I will just show the output once. Let's see. Okay. So see here, I'm just keeping as usual narrative. And if you select deluxe and if you select AC register. So something like so now change this to ordinary. The cost should change now. See it changed. Now select both. See it got changed. Now select deluxe. Why deluxe is both are not selecting at a time because definitely we kept what group name. That's the reason. Okay, fine. So this is what the program for checkboxes with ready button. Okay, first design this one, and after that note down the program. Okay, so Santosh, this is one more example. Anyway, people done the program. That's the reason I gave one more program. Yeah, Ajay, sure. Here we have group name and we just set here. Okay. So Santosh, then message me with your error. I will help you for that. Okay. Okay. So this is the place where we can set the group name. Now double click on the button and write the following logic. Okay. So we have in one senior program, hotel bill generation. Okay. So, Isha, have discussed about one program related to hotel bill generation. So that is really interesting. So, I mean, previously whoever attended my C sharp classes, they all have this program, but we'll give that program for the new people so that they can also practice that one. So, in order to, in order to get more idea on C sharp related errors and all. Okay. So just we'll see the program, and after that I will just give some time for noting down the program. So because some people have asked me about that arrays related, that's the reason. Okay. So I'm just opening one console application now. Actually, this is similar to our more supermarket or a D-Mart or something. So like shopping malls and all. So they used to follow this type of program for bill generation. We'll just see output first, and after that we'll note on the program. Okay. So I'm just running the program, just see how it will work. So this is not into ASP.NET or MVC or something. This is into C sharp. So some people ask me doubts on some array. That's the reason I'm explaining. See, after completion of your shopping for half an hour, 1 hour, or two long hours. So then you came for billing. So enter number of items you want to buy. So three serial number, serial number item. So what is the serial number is initially one. Send enter item name, enter item name details. So here like sugar. Okay. So quantity 1 kg. What is the price? So maybe some 42. So enter serial number of item. So it is two. So item name, some salt. So quantity two and cost is 25 rupees. Okay, enter item number three. So tell me. Summarize. So I want to buy three. One salt, is 34. Cost is 23. Okay. Enter serial number 2. Item name is sugar. Quantity of sugar is what? 1 kg. Cost of sugar 34. Enter item number 3, serial number, name, price, quantity 1 kg. Price is what? 80 rupees. So this is what? It's similar to that hotel bill generation like DMart or more other shopping malls or something. Okay, so you guys can practice this on ASP.NET also. On button click, we can generate the bill kind of thing. But you definitely need to do some homework for achieving this problem. Okay, so do people want to note this program? So see, the biggest advantage of this program is it's a very good program. Whenever we are trying to do this type of program, then what will happen? Obviously, we'll get so many errors and all. So if you solve all those errors, then that will be helpful for you for your logical and also technical skills. Okay. So see what we have written here. Initially, final cost is equal to 0. Console.write and enter number of items you want to buy. How many? You can enter 3. Okay. So this is what simple. Data type, array name equals to new data type of size. String same. So here it is integer and here item name is what? String. That's the reason I just took string here. So quantity is also integer, cost is also integer, total is also integer. Okay, for I equals to 0, I less than number of items minus 1. Can someone tell me what is the reason for 0 here and minus 1 here? Wrong. Any other guess? Very good. So array index always start with 0 and end with size minus 1. What is that? Size minus 1. What is the size here? Number of items. So in our case, it is 3. So equals to 0, I less than equals to 3, I plus plus. So anyway, so this is what we are doing here. Okay. So here we need 2 for loops. One is for entering values and one is for displaying the values. So console.write enter serial number. Enter serial number, item number, serial number details. Okay. Enter I plus 1 item name detail. That means first item, second item, third item. So enter quantity of that one, enter cost of the item. Okay. And finally, initially, what is the final cost we declared here? 0. So for that reason, so what is the total of 0? So 0 into quantity, 2 kgs and cost is 30 rupees, 60 rupees, like that. So final cost equal to final cost plus total of 5. Console.write line. So we need to display output in header format. So serial number, I name, quantity, cost to total. Okay. So that's the reason we just kept slash t, means if you want to add one more space or something, then we can use slash t. After that, once first line got completed, then we'll need to move to what second line. That's the reason we just kept what consider right line here, and we are trying to display iterate the loop based upon the above condition. That's the reason we have one more for loop here. And finally, what we are printing here, total bill. So this is what the problem. Any questions? If no, then please note down the program. This is the console application. This is not part of our MVC SP.NET or something, but I just give some overview. Okay, note down the program. So whenever you are writing, please note down that properly. Otherwise, so many errors will get. I know from my past experience of my students and all. So they always note it down with so many mistakes, and they will come to me, sir, I got error here. Sir, I got. So that's the reason. So note down this one carefully. If you go with I equals to 1, I less than number of atoms you can keep. But so we need to follow the coding standard. That's the reason we kept 0. Why? Because array index always start with 0 and end with size minus 1. This is really interesting program. Don't miss the don't. So please practice this one. Don't miss this program. Okay. Oh, yesterday I got so many screenshots and from so many people. Some people messaged in the group and some people messaged me personally. So I'm very happy for your efforts and all. It's very good. Keep it up. So if you try to do the same, definitely once you finish your course, you will learn everything and you will get a good job. So that's what I feel. So continue the same momentum. So are you guys done with the program? Last is for a tab. Two spaces will be come there. Tomorrow we'll start with our edible attempt. So we'll just give overview of edible attempt for today. And tomorrow we'll start with our edible attempt, the SP rank. Okay. So we'll just go with the edible attempt one more time. The description and all. So I will tell how to open this SQL server and all. So once it is done, then we'll go for C# program. Okay. So I will just open book. You can tell me.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, when exactly from which date MVC core will start?
So once ASP.NET is completed, then immediately we'll start with MVC only, maybe within next
Means from after 15 April, 15 May, 15 May.
your voice is breaking.
It will start from 15 May.
Uh, this week it won't start by next week, end of next week or earlier for next week will start.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Fine.
I will just give some overview of ASP.NET, ADV.NET relation and that. So tomorrow I will explain everything in detail. Okay. So just for just 5 6 minutes only I will explain. Okay. I don't think like we have very less time. So if we start now, may you people forget for tomorrow. Okay. You don't need to worry. So we'll just give overview. Okay. Basically, ADO.NET, Active Database Object. So, see, yesterday you have done one program on checkboxes. Checkboxes ready button. Day before yesterday you have done one program on drop down, and before that we have done some program with text boxes. We have done some programs with what checkboxes and ready button. So we have seen multiple examples, right? Okay, so so yesterday when you have done that program, so what happened? Simply you just try to click on register, and we are displaying the output on the label. Okay, but what is happening? So if you close the application, the values will be they will reset, and we don't find those values anymore. Yes, sir. So similarly, if you want to store your values somewhere, or if you want to maintain those values somewhere, then how can we do that? So for suppose when you are working with Facebook page, so what you will do initially, you will go with the registration. So when you are registering, then what will happen? The values will save in database. If the values doesn't save, did not saved in database, then what will happen? Simple. So you need to register again for login purpose. So, so for example, if some people are using Facebook, so they don't know what is Facebook and all, and so they're trying to register something. So some of the person, some well-educated person is helping them like, so this is for Facebook. Okay, nothing. We don't need anything for your Facebook creation. So you need to pay 10,000 rupees money. I will do that Facebook because we need to do some deposit like that. He will tell. Then what will happen? He will give this 10,000 rupees because his friends are doing video calls and audio calls, so they're keeping so with pets, without pets, and they're taking so many photos, and they're keep all of them keeping their status in Facebook and all. So this guy got attracted towards all these things. So now he decided to create one Facebook account, and he went to one educated person, and he was saying, because this other person don't know anything, he was saying, so if you pay some 10,000 rupees, we can easily create so in BVP quota, so we'll get the Facebook account immediately. Then this person has given 10,000 to him, and after that, the intelligent person tried to register with his credentials, like first name, last name, and something, and everything happened. After that, he got like successful. Now he tried to log in. Then what happened? It's thrown error uh, invalid user ID and password, because so they implemented the logic for saving the data, but they did not understand properly. So that's the reason what happened. So the values are not saving in database. Now what will happen? This guy will register again. The same thing will happen, because the logic behind what is exactly happening here is the values are not saving in database. That's what the problem here. Okay. So the values are not saving in the database. Now, what they do, they, they need to do means, see, the person one who is intelligent, he don't know anything on what database. The person two is anyway is uneducated, and he is not aware of any database related operations. So what happening there? So they are trying to save the data, but they are unable to save the data because the data is not saving in database. So now, if we try to register for 100 times also, the values won't save in database. So then now people tell me, will the people will show interest towards Facebook at like every time they will try to register and they will try to log in into that Facebook? No. So if the same thing happening with Facebook every time, then no one will show interest in Facebook, and the Facebook craze will go down, and some new other apps or social networking websites will come, and they will rule the world like Facebook. Okay, this is what. Okay, so now, so in order to avoid all these things, what we need to do, we need to save our data in our database. So, so if we want to save our data in database directly, we cannot save. If we are able to save the data directly into a database, then yesterday, whatever we have done for checkbox program, the checkbox value should save in database only. Okay. And the radio button or what is the drop down related value should save in database only, but they're not saving because no one implemented specific logic for that. So if you implement specific logic, then the values will save in database. But by using Boom, by using Boo's help, by using ADO.NET. Okay. So this is the first screen looks like a front-end application. Front-end is nothing but your user interface, like username text box, password text box, whatever we are seeing in our design page, that is what our front-end application. And the other one is back-end application, which we cannot see, which we cannot see. Example for that is SQL Server. So because we are using our Microsoft Visual Studio, so the other product of Microsoft is SQL Server. There we can store all the values of by using SQL Server. Okay, this is what the application was. So, but how the front-end value will directly store in database means by using a server call concept called ADO.NET. Okay, so we'll see the ADO.NET in detail. So before moving to that, so see front-end application. The application where user will interact is called as front-end application. So example, front-end application can be implemented by using ASP.NET, Java, Excel, and all other things. Okay, now backend application. The name itself backend. So the backend application code and the values, everything we cannot see. Okay, those values will be saved in database. That's what we call it as backend application. Okay. So backend application can be used tools like SQL, Oracle, are kind of tools. So, and no, I ask you people to note down the diagram. Are you guys done with that? Balaji, Alia. So Garima, I'm asking, I ask like, just I ask you people to note down the with the diagram. Done with the diagram, everyone? Yes, no, please confirm. Fine. So see that edible.net related programs, more programs tomorrow. Thanks all for joining. We'll meet tomorrow.